On today's grand stage, our players will be partaking in a worldwide phenomenon. They will have only 30 minutes to build a spicy deck using only 3 key ingredients. Ash Lizzle today will be playing with Urza's Guilt, Blood Funnel, and Day of the Dragons. And Thoralf will be cooking today with Goblin Game, Brian Stout Arm, and Balancing Act. You have 30 minutes, go, go, go!
30 minutes to build, and I don't even know where everything is.
Box 120, yes. The more challenging question is, how do we make Stout Arm work? Because that creature is tough.
We go further. More cards. Where are the standard cards? Somewhere here.
Yeah, it's true. You only play standard.
I have an idea. Okay. We go to my favorite place, the 2000 Magic binder. Phyrexian Dreadnought. 1 mana, 12/12. What do we want more?
All right, I have 2 Bloodcasts here.
Oh, so you can only play 2 Bloodghast?
We need 4. We gotta go to Ether Drift. They got reprinted. Let's go.
Does Bloodghast in Ether Drift?
Yeah.
Did you knock your foot?
A little, but it's okay. You know, right here, boom, Bloodghast. And also, look at his style, really cool. 2 more Bloodghasts.
So what Carl doesn't know, I actually played Balancing Act in Standard, and it was really good when you played it with those invasion lands that sacrifice themselves, because if you don't have any permanents, they don't have either.
All right, let me see. Down here. Let's go to the next one. Go. Okay, so all my creatures want to be discarded, so this is perfect.
3, 2, 1, hands up! And now, time to show us what you've been cooking.
The plan is to play lands that sacrifice for 2 mana, so we have no permanents once playing Balancing Act, and then play bigger creatures to throw in her face.
So I'll abuse Blood Funnel by using cheap and recursive creatures, and the main dish is going to be Day of the Dragons.
Dinner is served. Now that our brews have cooked, let's see how these taste. Thoralf, are you getting a Michelin star? Ash Lizzle, what's going to be your Google review? Good luck, bon appétit.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's lock in. All right.
What have you cooked?
Okay, so I will keep this hand because Blood Funnel is super important to what I'm doing, but I need a creature off the top. I'm going to start off here with a tapped Steam Vent. And I'm going to pass the turn.
Oh, so you went for the rare shock lands.
Yeah.
This hand looks awesome. We do have a Terror, which rewards our land for going to the graveyard, and we have 2 big payoff spells. This is exactly what we wanted. I will also start with a tapped land, but this one is a Tinder Farm. Now, it's not rare, it's common, and it only makes a green, but I can sacrifice it to make red and white. So one time it makes 2 mana.
That's pretty cool.
Go.
So now I am going to play a second land, my basic Swamp, which looks gorgeous. And then it's time for one of my cards that I had to brew with. I'm going to pay the 2 here to play Blood Funnel. This is a 2 mana enchantment, and non-creature spells you play cost 2 less to play. Whenever you play a non-creature spell, counter that spell unless you sacrifice a creature.
So you can't play non-creature spells now because you don't have a creature.
Right, I don't have a creature yet. So that'll hopefully fix itself at some point. And with that, I pass the turn.
I'll draw and I'll play an Abundant Harvest. I choose land or non-land. And looking at my hand, I would choose non-land. So now I reveal the top part until I hit a non-land card. To Balancing Act. And I will put it into my hand, and the rest goes on the bottom of my library. And then I will play a Sandstone Needle, which is a land that also comes to play tapped, with 2 depletion counters. If I tap it, I can make 2 mana and remove a counter, and if it doesn't have a counter, it goes away. That's really sad.
That's really sad, huh?
Go.
I'm gonna start off by shocking in a Breeding Pool. I'm gonna tap for red mana, and I'm gonna play Blazing Rootwella. Now, normally, I would like to cast this card with Madness, because if I discard this card into exile, when I do, I can cast it for its Madness cost, which is 0. So I can't do that though. I'm just playing him normally, but it's okay because he is going to get brutally murdered to my Blood Funnel, most likely.
So he's just like...
He's just out there, a sacrificial lamb, kind of. You know?
Look, come, you can play...
I mean, if I didn't do that, I could have also pumped him up. For 1 red, it gets +2/+0, but
Right,
you know.
if he had the chance to shine.
Right, if he had the chance, maybe his time will come at some point in the future, but it's not right now, because it's already time for this little guy to die. Yeah, let's do this. So Blood Funnel, once again, non-creature spells. I play, it costs 2 less to play, but I do have to sacrifice. So it's time to put our sacrificial lamb in a very bad spot right now. So I'm gonna pay a black and a blue, and I'm gonna try to cast Urza's Guilt. So each player draws 2 cards, then discards 3 cards from his or her hand and loses for life. I have to sacrifice my Rudrella so it doesn't get countered. So bye, guy. So this Urza's Guilt really needs to hit creatures, else my spells are getting countered because of the Blood Funnel, but I do have a backup plan, which is commence the endgame.
We draw 2.
Yeah, we both draw 2.
And discard 3. Oy, oy, oy.
And then also lose 4 life.
With drawing 2 cards from the other skill, we also have to discard 3 cards, and it is very rough because we need all the cards in the hands. We want the lands for the expensive spells and the payoffs. So we're gonna have to choose a plan and stick to it, and I think I've just got the right one.
I'll be discarding my 3 cards.
Yes, they're gone. Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome. Enjoy
My
your
turn?
cards, yep.
I will play a geothermal crevice, which is like a tinder farm. It comes into play tapped, but this time I can sacrifice it for black and green. And now it's your turn.
I am going to play Breeding Pool, and I'll shock it in, so I'll take the 2. Okay, with that I pass the turn.
Oh, okay. You're waiting? You play the waiting game?
Yep.
Oh, at the end of turn. I know it looks a bit stupid, but I will have to remove a token to make 2 mana. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'll just have
Sure.
to make 2 mana for no reason.
Sure.
Draw. I will play a second Tinder Firm. Again, if I swipe right, it makes a green mana. And I'm still waiting for my moment to strike, so it's your turn. I know, between you and me, I said I'm not gonna do much, but this is only this turn. Next turn, I'm gonna try to blow up the world.
All right, on your end step, like a true blue mage, I'm gonna pay 4 because I have my blood funnel, so I can cast Commence the Endgame. And now you'd be like, whoa, that would get countered, but that's not true because the spell cannot be countered, so I don't have to sacrifice a creature.
Very good.
So then I'm going to draw 2 cards, and I'm going to amass zombies X, where X is the number of cards in my hand. So I'm going to draw 2, and then I will create a 3/3 zombie.
There's your zombie army.
Thank you so much. I will put 3 counters on it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And you just could play it. That's pretty
It's
cool.
cool, right?
Well
That's
done.
cool interaction.
And
yeah?
you get a creature you can sacrifice now for your spells. Right.
You
Do
love
your
some
worst.
synergy. All right. I am going to start off by swinging with my zombie army. So you're going to take 3.
Ow.
So my second main, I am going to cast for 1 blue, because of my blood funnel, Thirst for Meaning. I have to sacrifice a creature in order to do it, which would be my sad zombie army. Then I get to draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards unless I discard an enchantment card. So I'm gonna go do that. Bye zombie army, you were kind to me. I'm gonna draw 3 cards, and then I'm going to discard 2 cards or discard an enchantment. I am going to discard 2 cards. And what I will be discarding, believe it or not, back from, not really from the grave, but still back again, the Blazing Rootwella. And because of the madness, like we said earlier, I have to cast nothing to get this little guy in play. Same goes for the companion, which is the Basking Rootwella, which reads very similarly. Also got madness 0, so I don't have to pay for him, but I can also pop this guy up. So thank you, Thirst for Meaning. I now have 2 creatures.
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Very good.
I'm also gonna play my Ketria Triome tapped, and that's my turn.
I've done a lot of nothing, but it all culminates into this big, big bang. I will play my land for turn, which is an Archaeological Dig. It makes a colorless mana, but I can also sacrifice it to make a mana of any color. Now, I will sacrifice my Archaeological Dig for a green mana. It makes the green mana. Together with the Tinder Farm, which I don't like anymore, it's boring. I've swiped enough right. Make red and white. So now I have green, red, and white. I will sacrifice the other Tinder Farm, so make another red and white. So I have 1 green, 2 red, 2 white. I will sacrifice the Geothermal Crevice to make black and green, and my Sandstone Needle for another 2 red. In total, I have made 9 mana. 2 of them white, 2 of them green. Rest doesn't matter. They go into my graveyard, and I'm playing the card Kyle forced me to build around. It's a balancing act. 2 white, 2 colorless. Each player chooses a number of permanents he or she controls equal to the number of permanents controlled by the player with the fewest permanents. Now, I have 0. I don't know about you, but that's the least I can offer.
No way.
So we all go down to 0 permanents.
That's crazy. Okay, I will hats off to the chef. I guess I'm losing everything.
Everything.
Wow. All right, goodbye cards.
So in case you were
It's nice
wondering
knowing
why I
you.
don't want my lands, this is the reason. I don't want lands, I don't want permanents. Now that we've gotten to 0 permanents, we also do that for hand cards. So I have 5 cards, you have 3.
I got 3 of them.
I have to discard 2 cards. Now I would discard a land and a land. I don't need any lands anymore.
Right.
I'm fine. This one resolves. The top card of the screen tells you I have mana left. Most importantly, 2 of them green. I will play my last card for this game, I promise. It's a Terror War. Terror War says it's an XX trample and is as big as lands in my and your graveyard.
Okay.
How many do you have?
6.
You have 6. I offer another 8. So that is a 3 mana, 14/14. So with that, I've presented dessert. Would you like the bill?
Ideally, no, but
You're gonna have to pay.
I ideally no, yeah.
Your turn.
So I did get a land. I have a swamp. Outside of that, I got nothing, so I pass the turn to you.
I will draw my card, don't even look at it, and attack for 14.
Yeah, that's me dead. I'm gonna step up, all right? So we're gonna start off with a very powerful turn. So this hand is basically perfect because I can cast Careful Study on 1 and then I can discard 2 cards, but that's exactly what I want to do because I can put 2 creatures in play. Start off, Mana Confluence. So I can pay 1 life and add 1 mana of any color. And now I am going to cast for 1 blue, so I'm gonna take 1. I'm gonna cast Careful Study. So I get to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. I'm gonna draw 2. And I'm discarding Bloodghast and another Bloodghast.
Oh!
Yeah. So the coolest thing about these cards, if I play a land, they'll come back from the graveyard.
Nice. That is strong.
That's a good turn 1 play. Back for revenge.
I will draw. I had a plan, but now I have to switch it up. This hand is a little bit worse, but we still have a lot of lands. And as long as we have lands that sacrifice themselves for 2 mana, we can cast our big spells. And our big spells are game winning. So we have a lot of lands and some spells. I think this one is still very good looking. Okay, I'm gonna play a Tinder Farm. You know it. It's the green mana. I couldn't live without it. And you go ahead.
So I will start off with my land for the turn, which is Urborg, Tome of Yawgmoth. So basically each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. But because I play a land, my Bloodghast come back from the graveyard.
Yes.
So Bloodghast cannot block, has haste as long as an opponent has 10 or less life, which is not true. But yeah, the landfall mechanic is why they just came back. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return Bloodghast from your graveyard to the battlefield, which I am doing. Then I will pay 2 to play Blood Funnel. It's back.
Now you don't even have the downside.
Exactly.
Oof, that's strong. So basically all of your non-creature spells now cost 2 less forever.
We know what you did in game 1.
Yeah.
You just gotta blow it all up, you know? So, all right.
You good?
Yes.
I'll draw. Oh, okay. I think that's going to be a bit quick for me. I plan to play my big spell and then my Haymaker, but it looks like we're gonna have to put the pedal to the metal, I guess the brake to the cake, and sacrifice our land to play something that makes her not attack and survive until I can restabilize. I will play a Crystal Vein. It makes a colorless mana, and for second makes 2 colorless mana, and in the face of your relentless pressure, I will sacrifice both of my lands for 4 mana and play, I hope, a big wall that blocks your creatures. It's Brian Stoutarm, a 4 mana 4/4 lifelink. For red, I can sacrifice another creature and then Brian deals damage to you equal to the sacrificed creature's power, and I gain life because he has lifelink. But for now, it's basically just a glorified wall, and I hope you can't attack anymore.
I mean, it's got lifelink too, right? Like that's the scary part here.
I agree.
Because I don't care if these guys die. I mean, I care a little bit. They're my friends, but yeah, they don't make them.
She loves you as much as any other.
Yeah, it's the life gain that could be a problem, but we'll see. So with this Brian in play, we are currently losing the race. So we have to find a way to put this Day of the Dragons in play really quick.
Go.
I'm gonna pay my Mana Confluence for, tap it for blue, so I'll take 1, go to 18, and I'll also tap my Urborg. And then I'm going to cast Urza's Guilt. So each player draws 2 cards, then discards 3 cards from his or her hand. I will have to sacrifice a creature too, so I'll just get rid of this Bloodghast.
I wonder if it comes back.
I wonder if it comes back. All right, so drawing my cards for this.
And then discard 2.
Discard 3.
Oh.
Yeah. 3.
That's so much.
You might think it's much, but I have a surprise for you.
I will discard 3 cards.
I'm gonna discard. Boom.
That's
Bastion
surely the
Rudwella.
last one you have?
Boom. Blazing Rudwella. Boom. Bastion Rudwella.
Wow.
All madness, 0. So I have to play nothing for these guys, and I'm gonna put them in play.
That is impressive.
That's not too bad.
Can they block a 4/4?
If I want to make them die, yes. But
okay, that's my last hope.
They're like a little tiny, but that's okay.
But they were free.
I still have one more play here, and that is playing land. So I'm going to play my Ketria Triumph, which will bring back my Bloodghast. Pong. And with that, I pass the turn.
I will untap all my lands.
Yeah, good. That looks good.
I will draw. I will attack you with all of my permanents, which is this Brian Stoutarm. With a 4/4 lifelink.
I'm not blocking that.
Yeah, I figured, but okay. And I'm going to gain 4 because of lifelink. And I play a Sandstone Needle for my land, which gets 2 completion counters and makes 2 red for one of the counters. Go. Normally I would say do your worst, but I feel like that's,
I've gotten close to doing my worst.
That's actually pretty bad if you do your worst. Okay.
There's one thing that you haven't seen yet, which is my absolute worst. So I hope you're ready.
I offer a draw.
No, I'm not taking that. Not taking that.
I tried.
I'm gonna go to combat first, and I'm gonna swing at you with 2 blood gas for 4 damage.
All right. If that's the worst, I'm fine with that.
No.
I took 4 damage.
Yeah, no, it's gonna get a lot worse, like right now. I'm going to tap my Catch Your Chime for green to cast Cryptolith Rites. Have to sacrifice a creature. Goodbye, Bloodghast. And now my creatures tap for mana. Fennicooler.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay, yes.
Okay, I will play my Breeding Pool tapped and bring back my Bloodghast. Then I am casting
Your last card.
my last card, which is Day of the Dragons. So I have to sacrifice another Bloodghast in order to do that. So goodbye, my friend. Then I'll have to tap my cards. This will all go for blue. I need 3 blue to cast it. And then I'll pay the 2 as well.
It costs 2 less because of Blood Funnel.
Yep. And then we have Day of the Dragons. So this is a very expensive enchantment, but a little bit cheaper thanks to my Blood Funnel. And when Day of the Dragons comes into play, remove all creatures you control from the game. Then put that many 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying into play. When Day of the Dragons leaves play, you sacrifice all dragons you control and then return the removed cards to play under your control. So basically, all my creatures are turning into dragons.
So you made hard work for 4 5/5 flying dragons, and all of those are exiled for now. Whoa, okay, that's tough.
That's some power right there.
And all the dragons now make mana if you tap them.
That's also true. I think I'll be attacking with them, but I could do that technically.
Okay, we are not okay. This is bad. I will see what I can do about it. I'm not dead. I still have a good shot. I will tap my Sunstone Needle for 1/2 red mana. It sounds funny, but it's true. And for one of those 2 red mana, I will cast Phyrexian Dreadnought. It's a 1 mana 12/12. It has absolutely no downside. It's a 1 mana 12/12 trample. When it comes into play, I have to sacrifice creatures adding up to the number of 12 or sacrifice it. I want to do neither of those. Actually, I do want to sacrifice it, but not for him. I want to use Brime to use my 2nd red mana to shoot Dreadnought at you for 12 points of lifelink damage. So you take 12 and I gain 12.
That's a cool play.
So you should be very careful. Any other creature might win the game. For now, I will play a Remote Farm, which is the white completion land, and it's your turn.
Move to combat, and I'll swing at you with 3 dragons. I have to hold 1 back for your lifelink guy.
Yes, reasonable.
Yep, that's my turn.
Yeah, there's not much you need for your turn.
No, I'm good. I'm chilling with my dragons.
Only need 1 other creature to throw in your face. I will play the Archaeological Dig, and it's sacrificed to make a green mana to cast Malevolent Rumble. Malevolent Rumble is so good. It's played everywhere. It makes a spawn. Unfortunately, it's an 0/1, so I can't sacrifice it for any power, but I get to look at the top 4 cards of my library, and if there's any creature that has any power, I will win the game.
Yep.
So let's see. You're a 1 lucky girl. All right.
Sometimes lucky.
I will take a Tinder Farm, which doesn't do anything. I will play it tapped, and it's your turn. Maybe the Horde of Dragons won't attack me.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're just gonna attack
Dragons
you.
are very peaceful creatures.
No, not my dragons. They are vicious. They're going in for the kill.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, here come the dragons. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Boom.
The game.
There you go. GG's.
I accept defeat of the dragons at least once.
At least once.
Hopefully not more, but...
Okay.
Oh, wow. This hand is gorgeous. We have lands that tap for 2 mana and a Summer Bloom that lets me play additional lands. Hello? Does it become any better? I don't think so. I will start with a Hickory Woodlock, which is the completion land for green. I feel so wasteful by using all of my land spots to throw them away, but that's magic.
Sure.
If you want the mana fix, it's not staying for long. Go.
So unfortunately, we do not have Blood Funnel in his hand, but we have a lot of really good pressure with these creatures that we can pitch and cards to draw and discard. Steam Vents. I'll pay to 2 to have it come and play untapped. Then I'm casting Careful Study again. Boom, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
Not to root dwellers. Not to root dwellers.
It's not the Root Dwellers. I mean, there is one of them, but the other one that I'll discard is a Bloodcast. So you're not 2 of them, but technically not 2.
Okay.
But yeah, the Root Dweller, I will cast Madness Cost. So there it is.
Fair enough.
It's my turn.
I will draw a card and then show you the power of a Summer Bloom. All my lands make 2 mana if you sacrifice them. So if you play them quicker, they make even more mana. Summer Bloom, you may play up to 3 additional lands this turn. That means, including the land drop I have as a natural 1, I can play not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 lands.
What is going on?
Whoa, whoa. Yes.
Crazy.
All of them sacrifice them eventually. So this one lost a counter. All of them gain a counter if they have it. This done. This one is the right one. And
Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
actually,
No.
like some of them is not allowed in many of the formats.
Right. That is crazy.
But yes, this is the turn. I would like you to have your turn because I can't wait to have mine.
Okay.
You know, this like Christmas night. It's like
Yeah.
your Christmas night and my hand is Christmas morning. So,
Right.
So do something.
Okay, we'll see if I can do anything. I'm gonna start off with my swamp, which will bring back my Bloodghast. Welcome back.
Very good.
2 mana versus whatever you have going on over there is too much. Yo, that's ramping if I've ever seen it. Well, I'm just going to move the combat. I will swing with my Rootwella, and then I'll bump it up with 1 red, and then it's coming your way for 3 power.
I will take it in a very happy songy mood.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's all I got.
Playing with those lands makes you feel like you're borrowing from time, from the future, but let me tell you, it's not that bad if time ends once you've spent all those mana. So I'm gonna make 2 green and another 2, and those lose a counter for another 2. So in total we have 10 mana.
10 mana, what, turn 3?
And I'm gonna cast a Goblin Game for 7 mana, which means I have 3 mana left, 2 of them
Okay.
green, for no reason. But now we're going to go a Goblin Game! Each player hides at least 1 object, and then all players reveal them simultaneously. Object, actually, it literally says object on your card. It means it can be anything. A boat, a cake, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
You can hide the whole Netherlands. The player who revealed the fewest objects then loses half of his or her life. Round it up. And if 2 or more players are tied, they each lose half of their life. Round it up. I'm gonna come right back.
Okay, right. So I've literally never played against Goblin Game before, and I need to hide objects. So something like this would surely be too big.
Okay, ignoring the fact that in my many thousands of Magic matches, I've never had to hit an object within a Magic game to lose or not lose life, I have to consider how much life I do want to not lose. So I think I'm gonna go with at least 3, possibly 4.
Maybe 5 is the right number?
Maybe even bigger. That's so tough. Are you ready?
Yep.
We have chosen our objects. I will start with the tape. 1.
Okay. I match you with a megaphone.
Okay. I will go on with a vampire token. 2.
A vampire token? You got a little bit more creative here, man. I have Garruk's helmet. It's right there.
I mean, it does say objects. Okay. I'm gonna have a German flavored hair ring.
Okay.
3.
You're kind of slacking off, man. I have a.
Where
this
did
is
you
my
even get
buddy.
that stuff from?
She just travels with me anywhere, really.
Oh, okay.
So I get this skeleton for you right here.
Just put it on the table.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a party hat for number 4.
Okay.
It's even.
It's even broken. I matched you with Charmander.
Just a very normal Magic board, which is here.
Hey.
Okay, and for my last object, I chose the number 5. I have a buzzer.
Yeah, that's what's about to happen to you because I got this. I have a sword.
Okay, so it's 5/5.
That's what you think. You know.
Well,
That's what you think.
I'm checking your bag of your.
No, there's nothing behind me, but pom under the megaphone. You can't see it, but I'm showing you there is a Magic the Gathering booster. You got got.
I got goblin.
You got got.
Okay, yes. Wow. Okay, first we get rid of our objects.
It sounds like a good plan.
Okay, let's do the math. You have shown me 6 objects. So you lose 6 life. I've shown you 5 objects. And because I've shown you 1 less booster that was very sneakily hidden in a megaphone, I will go down to 6. If you remember, I still had 2 green and a colorless floating. So I will play my Terror War, which is a mere 3/3 because I have 3 lands in my graveyard. And you're not even participating in this
know.
one. It might grow. I still have lands to sacrifice next turn. But for now, it's your turn.
Okay. First thing in my turn, I'm actually gonna move the combat. I'm gonna swing at you with both of my creatures.
One of them is a 1/1 that gets to be 3 power, and the other one is 2/3. I will block a Bloodghast.
Okay, you're gonna take 1.
Your Bloodghast dies because I have a 3/3 Terror War.
I don't mind if my Bloodghast dies, as you know.
If your objects just are disposable and come back.
Exactly, that's exactly how I love to play Magic.
You don't develop a connection to your creatures.
The
for
connection
you, they're just
goes into the afterlife. You know, they don't have to be in
Ah,
play
no,
for me.
that's not how you spin it.
No. In my circles,
it transcends
exactly.
living and being.
That's it. You get it now. Let's get it back out. Let's play Mana Confluence. Landfall trigger and Bloodghast returns to the battlefield.
Yes.
Then I will pass the turn.
Okay, I need lots of help. I will play my remote farm number 2. And I have to stay on blocking duty, but at least it's a bigger creature, so it's your turn.
Okay, on your end step, I will take 1 from Mana Confluence, and then I'm casting Thirst for Meaning.
Oh yeah.
Draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards, or discard an enchantment. I'm discarding Basking Root Wellas, which has the Madness 0, and just getting rid of a land as well.
Okay.
Those are my cards.
Yes.
So Basking Root Wella is going to get cast with Madness, and it's going to be put in play.
Madness is so cool.
I love Madness. So now we go to my turn?
About this draw offer that I generously
No.
offered?
Not happening. Move it in combat. Swing at everything.
I will block the Bloodcast.
Okay, I will pump up both of my lizards.
Yes, and that's 6 damage,
That is
right?
6 damage.
Well done. You're the
Yeah.
greatest chef I've ever
Hey.
seen.
Thank you, thank you.
It is really practical if you're a chef and you can hide so many objects in your kitchen. Like, what is it called? Mise en place?
Whatever that means. In my circles we say skill issue. So